I want to greet all who are watching me. My name's I'm William. I work together with an organization of Eres. This organization is called Fukanga Health Care. Fukanga Health Care, it does two things to the lives of people. First of all, Eres. Secondly, job opportunities. But today, what I want to talk about Eres. Eres, because when we talk Eres is the most important things to all of us who need prosperities. So we need to understand that without good Eres, you cannot achieve what you want to achieve. So as Fukang, an organization of Eres, it has good medicines which can treat all kinds of infections and diseases like pressure, cancer, diabetes, tooth problems, fibroids, allergy, STD disease, and others. So today, let me talk about pressure, because many people today are suffering from pressure because they do not know that there is a medicine which can treat pressure. What is pressure? When we talk about pressure, what comes into your mind? What you need to know, pressure it is just the difference between the upper and the lower numbers of blood pressure. So for you to understand this very well, whenever someone say pressure, you understand this. Pressure, it is categorized into two. There is what we call high blood pressure and low blood pressure. For you to understand this, you need a medical checkup to understand that whether you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure. So what is pressure? And how do you understand that I have high blood pressure, I have low blood pressure? As I told you, you need a medical checkup to understand this, because you cannot see it with your physical eyes. You need a medical checkup to understand whether you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure. So pressure, it is categorized into two: high blood pressure and low blood pressure. Let me first explain to you about the low blood pressure. What are the causes of the low blood pressure? Number one, it is called underlying diseases like family history of the low blood pressure. So it means that the low blood pressure, it is genetic. It can be genetically. So there is those people who have a genes of the low blood pressure. It means that it is genetic, because you find a person who is suffering because of the genes of their parents, their grandparents. Genes can be transferred from one person to another, or from parents to the offsprings. So you need to be treated, because this, it can be genetically, it can be transformed because of bad genes your parents had. When I talk about genes, I don't know whether you can understand this, but genes, the way I can explain to you what is called genes, which can be transferred, it is just genes. It is just a unit of heritage which is transferred from a parent to offsprings, and is held to determine some of characteristics of the offsprings. So that is one of the cause. That is one of the example which I can give you to understand this cause of underlying disease, like the family history of the low blood pressure. Another thing is, it is medication side effects. So you need to understand what types of medicine are you taking. So that is why you need to go to the professional doctors to give you medicine, to teach you how to use drugs. So note that it is also a cause of the low blood pressure. Let me talk about the cause of the high blood pressure for you to understand this. What cause? Number one, it is called unhealthy lifestyle choices. Let me give you an example, like eating too much fats. Nowadays, people are eating too much fats. And the end results, infections and diseases. So, too much fats, when there is too much fats in your blood, it causes the blood to be heavy, to be transformed, to be transferred. Because all of us will know that heart is the one to pump blood and be transferred to all body parts. Because we know that blood vessels can transfer blood to all your body parts of the system. So you need to understand this, that when your blood is heavy because of fats, there is a problem there. So you understand this, that whenever you take too much salt, it is also a problem. So all the example I'm giving you to explain what we call lifestyle choices. As I told you, that is the most cause of high blood pressures. Secondly, what causes high blood pressure? It is health problems. For example, heart problem, heart disease, asthma. So remember this: the higher the pressure, the harder the heart has to pump your blood. So you need to know very well that those people with high blood pressure, low blood pressure, when it comes to the low blood pressure, you find people fainting or dizziness because the brain does not receive enough blood. Because I want to tell you that other body parts need what we call oxygenated blood, because I told you that blood vessels want to draw our blood and to take it to other parts of your body, and vessel and veins responsible to transfer blood to the heart, and blood vessel to the all body parts of system, because that blood is already oxygenated. But this blood which is not yet to be oxygenated, it is transferred by veins to the heart. So as I told you this, in Fkang Healthcare we have good machines which can detect and scan all your body parts of the system for you to know what you're suffering from. Because there is a gauge we use to measure the pressure, blood pressure. The gauge we use to measure blood pressure, that gauge is called millimeters of mercury. So we need to know these things, that whenever we have the disease, we need to take it as a serious problem if we are to live longer. So let me give you an example. To those people who are suffering pressure, like a low blood pressure, you can find them with some symptoms which cannot understand unless you come to our medicine, you come to our hospitals, and many things we need to understand. So in Fukanga Health Care, we have products we give to someone who is suffering pressure. Because for us, we treat infections and disease. So we treat that cause. What causes disease? Because you need to know this, that we treat infections and disease. Often first steps occurs when the bacteria or virus that cause disease enter into your body and begins to multiply. That is the infection we treat. When I talk about disease when the cells in your body are damaged as a result of infection. So we treat you seriously and you be healed all the rest of your life. And your work to remain to glorify God. Because there is no way you can glorify God when you have sickness. You know, in Fukanga, especially those who already healed, they can testify what they saw. Now, my request is, those who are suffering from pressure as a disease, I request to come to Fukanga Health Care to be treated seriously. When there is infection, it means that the end result will be diseases. Because diseases cannot come to you without infections. So, we people, we need to understand this, that without treatment, there is no prosperity unto your life, because you need a serious treatment which can help you to be healed. Now, we request all people who are suffering from pressure, come and be treated seriously, because medicines are there for those who are suffering. We have products we can give you for you to be treated. When you have pressure, you need this product, what we call coffee tea, Codro Jelly, and Gordon 6. So we give you this after be scanned and detected all your body parts of your system. So my request is, come to our branches to be treated. Come and get good health. So the problem of Africans, they go to hospitals after seeing a serious disease. Without diseases unto them, there is no need for them to come to the hospitals. So it is better to come when you are still on the stage of infection. So we have treated many are healed. So the request to you now to come to our hospitals and be treated. So those who are willing, because I told you we treat all kinds of infections and diseases like cancer, diabetes, asthma, ulcers, these problems, fibroids, and many other diseases. So I request you, now this is my request, come and be treated. Come and be treated. So those who are very far, want more details, more information, you can call on this number, 070 554 9443 or 0787 29 1547 and be treated. So today, that is our lesson about pressure. I've talked about it in a brief way. For you to receive just a sample about the disease, what we call pressure. So come and be treated. Next time I will talk about ulcers. So I want to talk one by one. I want to talk about one by one, for you to understand and to be treated.